Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
Cell. When a mysterious cell phone signal causes apocalyptic chaos, an artist is determined to reunite with his young son in New England. Aftermath. A fatal plane crash changed the lives of Roman and Jake forever. Roman loses his wife and daughter in the accident, while Jake, his mind as he happens to be the air traffic controller, who fails to avert the nightmare. Rage and revenge engulfs Roman and Jake finds himself swept with guilt and regret. Can the two make peace with the past?
Mad Max Fury Road. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical Immortal Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Imperator Furiosa leads the depot's 5 wives in a daring escape, she forgets and alliance with Mac Rocktansty, a longer former captive. Fort-filled on the massive armored truck, the War Rig, they try to outrun the restless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly high-speed chase through the wasteland.
The mountain between us. Stranded after a tragic plane crash, two strangers must forge a connection to survive the extreme elements of a remote snow-covered mountain. When they realize help is not coming, they embark on a perilous journey across the wilderness.
The Impossible. December 2004. The lives of Maria, Henry and their 3 small children, who are spending their quiet holidays in Thailand, turn into a nightmare when a huge tsunami engulfs the grounds of their hotel.
I Am Legend. Robert Neville Will Smith, a brilliant scientist, is a survivor from man-made plague that transforms humans into bloodthirsty mutants. He wanders alone through New York City, calling out for other possible survivors and works on finding a cure for the plague using his own immune blood. Neville knows he is badly outnumbered and the odds are against him, and all the while the infected wait for him to make a mistake that will deliver Neville into their hands.
Castaway. Obsessively pensicated FedEx exclusive Chuck Noland is en route to an assignment in Malaysia when his plane crashes over the Pacific Ocean during a storm. The sole survivor of the flight, Chuck washes ashore on a deserted island. When his efforts to sail away and contact help fail, Chuck learns to have to survive on the island, where he remained for years, accompanied by her only handmade volleyball friend, Wilson. Will Chuck even return to civilization and reunite with his loved ones?
Jane got gun. After her outlaw husband returns home shot with 8 bullets and barely alive, Jane reluctantly reaches out to an ex-lover who she hasn't seen in over 10 years to help her defend her farm. When the time comes that her husband's gang eventually tracks him down to finish the job.
Titanic. James Cameron's Titanic is an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line, and at the time the largest moving object ever built. She was the most luxurious liner of her era, the ship of dreams, which ultimately carried over 1,500 people to their death in the ice-cold waters of the North Atlantic in the early hours of 15th of April in 1912.
Life of Pi. After deciding to sell their zoo in India and move to Canada, Santosh and Geeta Patel board a freighter with their sons and a few remaining animals. Tragedy strikes when a terrible storm sinks the ship. leaving the Petty's teenage son, P, as the only human survivor. However, P is not alone. A fearsome Bengal tiger has also found refuge aboard the lifeboat. As days turn into weeks and weeks drag into months, P and the tiger must learn to trust each other if both are to survive.
Tell us in the comments which movies you think should be added to the list.